And it sounds like you were literally sitting in a vocal booth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you were you recording next to him, or did he put you in a booth? Were you sitting next to him recording?
With Stuart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right next to him. There wasn't even like a booth. We
Yeah.
had headphones on, and yeah, it's so interesting because it's just like it was so tiny in there and so small, and yet the music that he made was so big and so amazing.
And he probably could have gotten like a full-on flashy studio, but he knows
Right.
that he works better in that environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I feel like is something that's really important too. It's like knowing yourself and how you thrive as an artist.
Yeah, and not care. Yeah, and not caring what people think. I was like, Madonna was in this little attic, like banging her head. Like, it's so, like when she stood. Artists need time to build. Like,
yeah.
And it's so weird today. It's like, yeah, you have to come straight out the gate, like
perfect,
right? And all the social media is like capturing everything. Like, I didn't have that. Thank God nobody captured my first gig at the Pyramid. It's so weird to me that we never crossed paths, because it was like,
same thing.
Yeah, it's all the same things. I would have been real happy to have found a raw vegan musician back then, because
totally
I thought I was the only one.
Same. And it's really funny because I remember us going to China and everyone got sick in the first half of the tour, and then we took a week break and we came back, and on the second half of the tour I decided to go to like an Asian store and grab all the herbs, because when you go into a Chinese pharmaceutical store, the first half of it is all Chinese herbs. Cool. And then in the back in the corner are some drugs, right? That's how it was. I don't know that now. So I'd be like buying reishi and chaga and all these different things, and I'd make these witchy poo like concoctions, and I was giving them to everyone on the tour, and no one got sick on the second half.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the difference was like debauchery, illness, to go party, but take this.
That's incredible.
I should go to those Turkish bars.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't I see you there? I've got angel wings on my back from one time I leant against the back of the hottest room and I got second-degree burns, and I used to call them my New York angel wings because I still have them. Like they're
my God. Yeah, that place was kind of insane. Some like insane shit would go down in this place.
I barged in on a mafia meeting in the steam room. Obviously, they have their meetings because they can't take guns, right? So, and I remember I sat down, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave right now because that would be really lame.
But then I discovered Live Live, and I just like cleanse with Amy Rochelle, and and that was it. I just became raw vegan, and I was and I was for about a year and a half, and it was wild, like touring to Europe and being raw vegan, and also I didn't drink, and like all these promoters were like, what the fuck do you even eat or do, or like what? And I would have to like bring my dehydrated crackers and like
my God,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. The other great thing, because I was doing raw vegan around the same time, I guess, and I would go to Thai places. Like at worst, if you're in somewhere like Germany or Austria where everything has cheese on it, Thai places were like a savior.
Oh, nice. I could have used that help, because I was like, it was difficult. It was difficult staying, but I did it, and I was really healthy. Lizzie Grant. And was like, oh, I met this beautiful young singer. Like you should produce her, because I was producing at the time, and like I'm not a good producer. That's why I stopped, and I don't mind saying that. Like I have really good ideas, but I don't know sonically like how to make it sound good. Everything I make sounds like lo-fi, and I just don't know how to change that. So I stopped, and I focused on rapping and DJing instead. And I actually love rapping way more than producing. But back then I was producing, and I was like, listen to her sing. And I mean, that's what drew me to her, was the way that she sang, the melodies, and also the sort of vintage quality of her. And I love that.
I don't know where to begin with you, except I do actually have something really funny.
Oh my God. That's, yeah. And you're on that record, right? Oh my gosh.
Show One is my band. And
yes,
why this is particularly funny is because I have all my records in storage, except for this and one other that I needed for immigration. And I've had this sitting on my desk since I've been living in the US.
Wow.
I know.
There it is. I'm licking a record. Should I try to do it?
So yeah, so we do go back. We, you know.
I got to work with Grandmaster Flash, and that was pretty amazing. I mean, I was really like in awe being around him, and like, and he's a health nut, by the way. I remember walking through his like kitchen, and there's all these vitamins and health products, and I was like, all right, dude, because I'm a health nut too. Yes. I know you are too. I'm looking forward. You and me are going to do a song together. That will be great.
I can't wait.
Me too.
Yeah.